It is time now for our Saturday Throwback segment. This is when we open the door to the Channel 4 vault and see what we can find in our newsroom video files. We begin today with a story that calls to mind the crisis that we're dealing with today. In the St. Louis area right now, there continues to be a big push to get people vaccinated against the coronavirus. Scientists and public health officials insist that getting a large percentage of the population vaccinated is the fastest and safest way to defeat the virus and end the pandemic. Initially, the vaccines were administered at large public clinics like this one at America Center earlier this year. Well, keep that in mind as you take a look at this video. This is from 44 years ago, late August of 1977. This too is a free vaccine clinic. It was held in East St. Louis. There was a really big push at the time to get people to bring their children in for shots, especially since school was just starting. Of course, these shots had nothing to do with COVID-19, not even the flu. Channel 4 reporter Steve Trankman explains what it was all about in this preview that aired just before the clinic opened.
The discovery of around 30 cases of whooping cough in the East St. Louis area the past 2 weeks generated the need for tomorrow's special clinics. Children will be able to get their shots at 6 different locations, beginning at 9 o'clock in the morning and continuing till 3:30 tomorrow afternoon.
If they just get the one shot, it will not be effective for their children. They must continue on and complete the series, which will require 2 more basic shots than a booster a year later. Pertussis or whooping cough is a highly contagious disease, particularly among the very young.
Possible fatal effects?
Ages 1 month through 6 months can be an extremely fatal period if the children come down with pertussis at that time. But the real danger time is anyone under 1 year of age.
If you don't get a big response tomorrow, or if you don't get what you consider is a good response, what then? Continue the clinic for another day?
Well, we won't continue the clinic Friday. We will periodically be setting up clinics and asking the people to come into our clinics for immunizations. We do have an open immunization clinic here at Eastside Health District every Friday.
Health district officials hope they get a lot of business tomorrow in the special clinics, but they emphasize if they don't, the free whooping cough shots are available virtually any time by calling the Eastside Health District. They're located at 638 North 20th Street. This is Steve Trankman reporting from East St. Louis.
Our next report recalls the early days of what is now a popular St. Louis tradition. We're talking about the annual Moonlight Ramble. This year's Ramble will take place tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Yes, it's at night. It was canceled last year because of pandemic restrictions. Organizers expect more than 3,000 riders to hit closed-off city streets to ride under the full moon. It is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, nighttime bike rides in the country. So we were really excited to find this video in our file. We believe this is Moonlight Ramble founder Dick Leary riding his bike around the old Keener Plaza for News 4 cameras in August of 1977. Leary got the idea for the Moonlight Ramble in 1964, but he says, get this, nobody showed up. It took a while to gain traction, but by 1977, it was starting to become more popular. He talked about why he thought the idea of riding through the city under full moon was so cool.
Just for the fun of having a ride in downtown and outlying St. Louis city streets at night with little traffic, hopefully with a full moon, and for the unusual experience of being able to bicycle with other people and with little traffic and see sights that ordinarily you wouldn't be able to see. A lot of people get up just to watch the bicyclists go by.
Now that was from August of 1977, 44 years ago, when the Moonlight Ramble was just starting to build a following. Now it attracts thousands of riders each year, and again, this year's ride coming up tonight in the city. Finally, this video sure to spark special memories for many of you. Check this out. This is the parade of animals for the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. For decades, it was a tradition to march the animals from the circus train to the arena where the circus would be staged. In 1977, they most likely would have been heading to the old arena near Hampton and I-64. The biggest attraction during the parade of animals, those massive elephants as you see here. But more recently, in 2016, the circus removed the elephant acts from the show, partly in response to growing criticism from animal rights activists. And just 1 year later, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, billed as the greatest show on earth at one point, closed for good. The last shows were in 2017. 40 years after this video aired here on Channel 4.